I don't get tempted to do it. Yeah, yeah. Now you can't starve yourself. All right, saints, we're gonna start. Most time Christ bless somebody.
Most High Christ bless you.
Yeah, thank you for that. All praises to the Most High, giving us the spirit to come out, fellowship, keep the commandments, and learn what the will of the Lord is. So, what's on today's agenda? Name of today's lesson is Proverbs 31. Woman. According to the scriptures, sisters are going to learn today about a Proverbs 31 woman. Hey, all right. So Proverbs chapter 31, let me open this secondary Bible up. So this brother who was a king, his lineage unknown. We know he was Israel because there are no kings over Israel that's not Israel. There can be kings in the world, but not over Israel. Okay. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what, the son of my womb? So she was leading and guiding him to have the spirit, control, and everything. What? The son of my vows. So what is that telling us? That his mom made vows unto the Most High concerning her son. And it was her job to shepherd him and to see him walk in those vows, even as an adult child, as an adult son. Most High set him up to be king, and his mother still taught him, still guided him, still advised him. Something that you're not gonna do. You're not supposed to attempt to try like outdo your parents and things like that. As you mature, your parents are maturing too. As you grow, your parents are growing too. Now let's just be one dimensional and think about those that serve the Most High through Christ. Okay. And I understand that we have some parents that are, they do the best they can. They do some things that we understand is righteous according to the scriptures. You get that? I understand that. One dimensional. You got parents that know righteousness and you know righteousness. You're supposed to let them lead you and let them guide you. He says, give not thy strength. She said, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So the strength of a man, let's broaden it a lot. Strength of a man is children. A lot of us failed at that. We should have had this mother. Because we'll have what they call baby mamas all over the place. That which destroyeth men, destroyeth kings. You are no priest to the Most High. You are no king. You are no man unto the Most High. Shalom. If you do things that are against the will of the Most High, that'll destroy you. For it is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. So we're not to be full of intoxicants. Okay. So out of her wisdom, she see that these things make men to do what? It makes men to err. All right. Even though there is a tolerance in the scriptures concerning drinking on how it was made to make men merry. But see, the thing is, overindulging. You get into the habit and you get the taste. And to a man, it might taste like juice. But then afterwards, after so many cups, now you've made mistakes. I don't drink unto this day personally. I have drunk before. And I might drink again. But right now, today, I have no interest. I have not drank in many, many years. I have no interest. It says, least they drink and forget the law. See? Because you'd be so intoxicated. You'd be so intoxicated that the spirits that are associated with naughtiness, it comes in. And it blurs the line like a vision. It obscures. So we have to be careful with that. Drinking will make you say things that you normally wouldn't say. It'll make you feel things that you normally wouldn't feel. Make you do things that you normally wouldn't do. Drinking will do that. And his mom knows that, and she's telling him those things as a parent should. And pervert the judgment. Alter what's right. The alcohol will have you alter what's right. Of any of the afflicted. You'll see somebody that's afflicted, and instead of being there to support them, you'll be against them. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of a heavy heart, of heavy hearts. So what type of woman is this woman? She's a strict woman. Yeah, she's very strict. Sounds like a woman I descend from. I have to be mindful though, not to impose on a brother's right to make a choice to drink strong drink or wine. But I would just say, hey, in moderation and be careful. Stuff like that. Yeah. And I find, sometimes brothers, they have the cup, they hide the cup. They'll go outside and won't just. And be mindful, as you can see. What do you think this you just don't outwardly see? Like we're at the feast day, brothers. I'm sure people drink, and I'm not against drinking, but I'm mindful of the ones that don't because of influence. Watched this movie last night. Two guys drinking. What does it mean when it says to him that is ready to perish, ready to die? To him that is ready to die. Yeah. Sometimes people know when they're gonna die. What does it mean when it says to him that is ready to die? Somebody asked the question. Is this Bible study? Yes, it is Bible study. Sit alone. Stay here. So, two guys driving, they going out of town, they're passing drinks, beer and something, whatever. Next thing you know, it's a cow in the highway. The driver swerves, avoid the cow, ran dead into a tree. Guess he's all busted up behind the steering wheel, but his friend, his buddy, went through the windshield and was dead on the hood, drinking. So if he wasn't under that influence, he could have reacted, a lot more sober, under control. If he swerved, then you had the mobility to swerve the tree as well, or slam on brakes and gently hit the cow, hit the cow, but they'd probably be alive, so. Proverbs chapter 31. And so this is the counsel of Lemuel's mother, the prophecy with her telling him how to deal. And it's going to go into our topic today concerning women. Let him drink, verse 7, and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more. I've heard people say this. Oh, drinking, it just calms me down. It makes me feel better, makes me feel different. But there's a flip side to it. I don't want to deal with the other side. It might do this, but it also will bring in Satan. Under the influence, it has to be your way. If it's not your way, it's going to end up like this. Let me grab this precept. It's going to be in Sirach. Chapter 31. And start verse 25. show not thy violentness in wine. To be violent is going into your strength. Like some brothers, I was younger before this truth. I knew that brothers could drink. Yeah. Have a bottle and beers. They just drink all day. They call it drunk. You get drunk. We got drunk. Nice flashy cars, drinking. It built up a tolerance for drinking. For wine have destroyed many. So sooner or later, what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed. I knew a young brother went to Hardee's. We was waiting on him. He passed out from drinking in the drive-thru. People called the cops. The cops showed up, asked him, was he ordering a six-pack? The furnace proved the edge by dipping, so do wine the hearts of the proud by drunkenness. So what is that saying? It's saying the same way that things that we go through, like a furnace, when you're making a sword, okay, you're going to be able to tell what that sword is about. Okay, by putting it into the furnace, and once that thing turns red and you begin to beat it to straighten out the tip, if it shapes and molds, you got good steel. But if it breaks, then you don't. Well, that's what happens with wine. If our ability to have self-control and our discipline, if we're steady, then we're going to be found faithful. We're going to be found like, okay, we're in control. But if not, and we're proud, it's going to lead to drunkenness. And drunkenness is going to lead to problems. Wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately. What life is it then to a man that is without wine? It was made to make men glad. So no, we cannot banish it. We cannot prohibit it. And we cannot tell you that it's a sin. They do all those type of things in Christian church. Tell you drinking is a sin. Playing cards is of the devil. They sell a lot of bugged out stuff. Things that you cannot come out the scriptures and, it says it was made to make men glad. Wine, here's the answer. Wine measurably drunk and in season. Measured as a measure. Like there's a measure of salt to your food. You don't dump a teaspoon in your pasta. That's the pinch. Okay? So that's how a smart brother or sister will be when it comes to alcohol, just the pinch. You should know your limit. And then it says, and in season. So what is the season? An occasion. Remember I said, I might drink again. It's not a season. I haven't found an occasion. 2, there is all sobriety and much work to be done. There's no occasion to relax and say, hey, now it's a season for me to have gladness of heart that comes from wine. Nope. It's this. It's the work. It's an example. Always remember you're setting an example. So you brothers and sisters that do drink, Be watchful and mindful of who you drink around. As my children were coming up and they were reaching like 19, 20, they used to be like, man, I'm going to have a drink. This was before many of you showed up because they might see somebody else doing it and making it look fun. I'm like, no, I used to pull people to say, no, my son, don't set that example for him. Don't offer him drink, decline it. My daughters, no. She got married. I still told Nava, don't let her drink. I think she drink anyway, but that's not lit. She's not retrobite, you know. Did I tell you that, Nava? I did. He and forgot. I talked to you after class about that. You know, get my daughter. You know. But wine drunken with excess make it bitterness of the mind, because I don't want you to have to get through the bitterness. That's the flip side of it. It's good when they cool. And a lot of men be like, oh, it puts them in the mood. Brother, I don't want drunk fish. No, keep that. I don't want you, you know, no. That's not you. That's the liquor. See? Puts them in the mood. Wine drunken with excess make it bitterness. One moment you might be happy, another moment what's going to happen? You're going to get, when you step on the toe, bitter. Oh boy. And you cannot undo that. When somebody trip and they, you know, and they intoxicated, that thing, it builds up, it snowballs, it picks up, it continues. It's on. You got a problem. You got to fight. You got being destructive. You got a lot. You got name calling. You got whatever was embedded in the heart, it's coming out. What they feel about you, you know good. You ain't ever been, no way. You this and that. And I'm like, oh, wow. Well, what? That was not done to me, but I've heard it. I know things, right? I know people that know people. I know a guy that knows a guy, right? All right. Brawling, stat, laying on hands, all under the influence. I'll pass it. With quarreling, that's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, there are some people that say, I ain't like that. Okay, cool. I ain't willing to take a chance. Don't be like that. Drink over there with the drinkers. I am going to be, yeah. And those of you that do, forgive me. You embrace, trust, and believe. I know, I can hold a conversation with anybody. Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminishes strength and make it wounds. So Lemuel's mom knew this, and she was trying. I truly, wholeheartedly believe, unless somebody's just bent out of shape, we literally raise our children and tell our children when they are becoming of age to be mindful of alcohol. Because we know both sides of it. We know alcohol, this side, the side that is like non-invasive, the side that is innocent, the side that might be humor, right? But then we also know the other side that increases people to rage, that brings forth death, that brings forth accidents, that brings forth a lot of stuff, that diminishes strength. Now this person not strong no more. Look how they acting, and make it wounds. Now he's offending somebody. Now she's offending somebody. So we know both sides. But as a young man or a young woman that's moving towards an adult, when you become adult, we still know more than you. We know both sides, and we're like, okay, if we were to choose, we're going to choose this side. And a lot of adults, they'll just choose sobriety because they know that the other side of this situation is bad. It's good. And they'll just rather do this than not do it at all. You know. Last one, rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine. Rebuke, showing sharp disapproval while he or she's been drinking. That's not the time. They're going to buck up at you and they're going to come for you. They're going to let you know how they feel. They're going to let you know some stuff that you ain't know that they felt. I ain't know you feel like that. It says, and despise him not in his mirror. So he's drinking. You not. Don't feel no type of way. And I literally don't. That's why I know these scriptures is. No, I don't feel no type of way about somebody drinking. I like to see people enjoying themselves. Give him no despiteful words. None at all. Not even one. Impress not upon him with urging him to drink. So if two people are together, you guys are not to urge one another to have another one, because that one there might tip him over. You know, he may go home and have a problem, or he may have an issue driving home. Hey guys, and something else that a lot of people don't know or understand is a lot of people that let me just say it on the surface, mentally damaged. A lot of them are damaged because of alcohol abuse. Did you know that alcohol can change the chemistry in your mind, how you think? It can, just like drugs, we can identify. We say, oh, person, oh, he smoked some bad weed.
Yeah.
He smoked some bad weed, and now he's different. I've known plenty of people that smoked some bad weed. Was the weed bad to Pookie? Pookie said it was some fire. But this guy here, now he's different. Yeah, now he's different. Not messed him up. So be mindful. Let's go back to Proverbs 31. Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. It says, who can find a virtuous woman? So she's still speaking to him. Virtuous. What does virtuous mean? Okay. Having or showing strong moral standards. This is the part of the lesson that I want all the women to pay attention to. Having or showing strong moral standards. So you have to possess these things and you must show these things. Now, let's get this definition. Moral, pay attention. It says, concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. Oftentimes, sisters want to be known for being good. Well, and often the same thing with men. I get it. The lesson is not about men. It's about virtuous woman, a virtuous woman. And it's not an attack on women. It's a lesson of education. Excuse me. Okay, headphones came off. It's a lesson of education. Now, test it. This part right here I like. Concerned with the principles of right. So every sister should be concerned about if what they're doing and how they're behaving is right. Should be concerned. Right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. That means your choice. Because what is your choice saying about you? Is it a good choice? It displays good character. Not just what you think, but it's what someone else thinks. Hold this and go to, I believe it's Romans. Romans chapter 15. Romans chapter 15 and verse 1. You guys that's online, are you sharing the class? Share the class. Let's see. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, share the class. Okay. Romans 15 and 1. It says, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. So if you're a woman and you're in some type of situation and you've got to show the principles of right and wrong behavior, the goodness and the goodness or badness of your character, you being strong, you have to deal with what you face with. You have to carry that. All right. Mainly, if let's just say married sisters, you got a guy that you got to deal with, you got a husband that you got to deal with, sisters, you got other sisters you got to deal with. But then it says, so you gotta deal that infirmity of that weak person. You gotta carry that. Carry that means you gotta tolerate that. You gotta have a conversation, make it a conversation, not a debate or argument, not a pissing match or a cat fight. No pride. You didn't know the strong. You can't deal in pride. You gotta deal in the wisdom because your spirit is being tested. Your moral is being tested. Your character is being tested. Your virtuousness It's being tested. It's being tempted. So you got to perform. Now you got to deal right for this person. And also, brothers, these are some of the things that you got to teach your wives. And those that are not married, these are the things that when you do have a woman, a wife, you have to teach the woman. Say, for instance, if you are proving a sister, you're not just proving a sister to see what type of restaurant she wants to go to. Brothers and sisters out here proving one another at the show. What the hell is this? What is this? This is a person you're gonna be with for life, and you know we like great movies. You know we got the same problem. Yeah, we like we go to Rezzo's or whatever this juke joint is. People eating that. I'm just making something up, right? But what about this? You have to sit down and because hey, you know what'll end up happening in a proven circumstance? Somebody might buck up. Put it. So she buck up then said, oh no, I'm gonna get it together. I'll be together, if I'm married, X and X and X and X. Wait a second. How you act now putting this how you're acting when we're married. Brothers, you're learning, you better pay attention. That's when you have to tell her that she's gotta be concerned with the principles of right and good behavior and character. And that it has to be in the performance like right now, right? Everybody look at Bo. Come on, man. Yeah. I said it out of here. I'm sorry. I want you to stay with me though, All right. So listen, Romans 15:1, the end, it says, and not to please ourselves. How many sisters, there are some sisters that do this, but you know what? This thing right here to a woman, this may be really difficult. Because when a woman has an agenda, has an agenda in mind, the agenda that she has in mind is the one that she's concerned about. And she wants you to come to her concern and to her agenda. What you dealing with, she gonna say, you don't understand. That's a infamous statement. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. It's, women are known for you don't understand. They are not conforming to you. They are not carrying your weakness. They are not a Proverbs 31 woman is going to do that. What's up, Yeshua? She's going to do that. Carry meaning bear it. You have to deal with these things. So let's say in a marriage relationship, right? Should a woman get out of character because the man has an infirmity? Should a woman get out of character because the man? Absolutely not. What should she do according to this? She should bear the infirmity. That's right. She should deal with it. Right. She should deal with it. What does she have to deal with? He's her head. He might be upset. He might be short-tempered. He might be rash. He might be sharp. She's got to deal with that. How does she deal with it? By showing goodness of human character. The scripture says soft answer turns away wrath. So this sister then is to turn and just ask the guy, hey, don't raise your voice. Don't walk away. Don't be sarcastic. Don't be disrespectful. Talk. Be the light. Be an example of what she wants. Be a reflection. Be a reflection of what she wants him to do so he can see it. That's what we're reading. See, sisters, you gotta understand this. A man don't want an attitude sometimes. A man want an attitude how much an hour? No, not at all. None of the time. So what has to happen is, I'm trying to turn the speaker down. What has to happen is you have to rehearse and practice. You have to see yourself. You know how as a woman, you look into the mirror and the mirror tells you that you look good. Your hair is nice, your makeup is nice, your outfit is nice. You can see that. But when you deal as a woman in a situation, you have to see yourself. You have to see the conversation. You have to listen to yourself. Yeah, am I actually saying this? Am I actually doing this? You got to be able to see your body language without looking into the mirror. You got to, every step has got to be, everything you do has got to be calculated. You have to see yourself. That's virtuous. That's righteous right there. See, that puts you in a tier, a spiritual tier. We ain't worry about money. No, spiritually. That's why at the end of Proverbs it says that this woman she outdone a lot of women. But in order for this to happen, you got to deal with the Most High. You cannot be in the truth for a man. You have to be in the truth because it's truth. It's right. You got to want to follow and worship the Most High, our power, our God, because it's principles. And you got to want to be a person that stand behind those principles. There's right principles. There are good principles. There is character. And all those things should point and should describe you as a woman. And if it don't, it's okay. You should be like, God's working on me. He's working on me. He's not done yet. Go to Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26. Let's see, is this the one I need? Specific set of words. Bear with me. Yes. 13. Please ask us 26. 26 and 13. Pay attention. It says the grace of a wife delighted her husband. The grace of a wife delighted her husband. Now, understand something. Sisters, you should prepare yourself before you have a husband. Okay? You should prepare yourself before you have a husband. And if you do have a husband and you didn't prepare yourself, then you have to prepare yourself now having a husband. But let me explain. This grace has nothing to do with your husband. This grace came from God. What you're literally reading is the aftermath of what when God finished with you, or he's working with you, because he ain't gonna never be finished with us. But the fact that he's working with us, okay? You as a woman, it has to be something that God gave to you because of the faith that you have, because of the love that you have, because of the fear that you have, because of the morals that you want and you desire and you're fighting and striving for. Right and wrong behavior, concerned with the principles, concerned. You as a woman has got to be concerned as a woman about your character. This ain't got nothing to do with a man. The goodness, and you're concerned about goodness and badness of your character. This ain't got nothing to do with a man. When you get with a man and you have worked those differences out and you have chose the good and shown the bad, that man is delighted in that. He likes that. He loves that about you. That's what this is talking about. Oftentimes, this is shot as ammunition at somebody that doesn't have this, and they be hurt. You have to work these differences out. As a woman, you have to work these differences out. You have to get yourself together as a woman. Because if you do that, your husband is going to find delight in you. If you don't have a husband, when you do have a husband, he's going to love you. Like they say, your dirty draws, he going to love you. Because your character alone will always be talking to him. You will be significant to this man, but you got to do the work. You cannot just show up. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it right. You can't just show up like that, ready to just give yourself to him, because that's a given. That's all women have it. You got to be more than that. You can't just show up with the flesh, sister. You got to show up with the character. You know, I was exhausted today, again after work. I'm going to see how long I can last. Non-caffeinated, just all sham power. Working is driving me there. It's driving me. It's okay though. So I take my breakfast and my lunch, whatever it is, my raw veggies and stuff, and I eat throughout my work. A cucumber here, a piece of celery there. I've had grapes and seeded grapes. I put a couple grapes in there and some blueberries and some strawberries, and so I'll throw a couple in and I'll go back and I'll drill or nail or saw or caulk or do something else. When I walk past the bowl, I'm grabbing something. I'm keeping myself fueled, right? But at the end of the day, trust me, my body just runs through all of that stuff, and I'm exhausted. So I'll show them all praises. So today I go in, and because I'm dusty, I lay on the floor. I'm gonna take a 20 minute or something, right? Just try. The whole time laying down the floor is rock hard. My lower back is killing me from all this bending and up and bending up and bending and up and twisting and turning. It's like, so I'm praying unto the Most High, not because of the pain, but for grace, mercy, and deliver the message. Because now I got to come here. I'm like, I need your strength. I need you to come here because this body here can't move. I can't move. I need the possession. I'm literally saying this while I'm laying on this hard floor. I doze off. And then after praying, eventually the Spirit said, it's time. I wake up, look at the clock. It's like 5:55. I was like, okay, it is time. It's like, the Lord, you woke me up. It never fails, just like that. So I'm on my way here, and I'm praying. I'm on my way. I'm praying. I had no idea it would be Proverbs 31 until the doorbell rang. I said, go over that Proverbs 31. I said, okay. It's an amazing topic, and you can learn a lot. I want to teach you how to be loved, how to be desired, how to be preferred, how to be chosen, how to be sought after. Go through the scriptures. You have to prepare yourself. The old woman or the woman that you were or you used to be, it's going to be short-lived. A lot of people, why do you think there are so many single sisters in the world? Why do you think so many of our parents were single sisters, single mothers? We can blame it on the man, but if we just stay right where we at, they may have fallen short. They may have fallen short with this. But you are most likely to succeed with this spirit here. I want us to go to Titus chapter 2, and we're going to hold Sirach, what is that, 26, 13. So now, it's at Titus 2, right? Okay. Titus 2 and 11. So remember, this is for sisters. Everybody there? Okay. And for brothers, this is what you want. You want a woman that have done the work. And if you happen to have a woman that did not do the work, then you got work to do too. You got extra work to do. Because what's going to happen? She's going to do this wrong, and she's going to do that wrong. She's going to say this wrong, she's going to say that wrong. Don't lose it. Just deal with the situation. It's just going to give you experience. Titus 2:11. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation have appeared to all men. So we've read this thousands of times, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, godly in this present world, looking for that blessed hope. Now, as a woman, go through this without a guy. Go through being taught without a man, so that when you are in the situation to where you are choosing to be with somebody for the rest of your life, guess what? What type of state is this woman in at this point, VJ? How old are you, VJ?
14.
14. Oh, I'm not asking you a hard question. What type of state is this woman in? You got to pay attention. I'm going to always call you. So you got to know that. Corin?
Growing.
Who?
I was gonna say like the growing stage.
Growing.
She ain't there yet.
I'm going to read it again. For the grace of God that bringing salvation have appeared to all men, teaching us that denying ungodliness. So, okay, I'll take that, Corin, but I'm looking for another word. That teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, godly in this present world. So, taught. By the time you get to her or she gets to you, y'all chosen one another, she should be taught. That grace came from who? The grace of God. It didn't come from the husband. Husbands, we are banging our head up against a brick wall, trying to get a woman something to resonate with her. That's not the process. Go to Corinthians 3. First Corinthians 3. Oh, okay. Don't let your sisters have. No. This is ain't let somebody have it. This is edification, information. This is being a father figure, a big uncle, it's a big brother. This is First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, I have planted, Apollos watered, God give the increase. So it's the Most High the increase. So any person that's in the stage of learning, which we are still learning, but there comes a time to where learning, now you're going to make choices and you're going to make decisions to move forward. Okay. And so one of them is being the woman to somebody. So being the woman to somebody, even though you're still going to always learn all the days of life, you should be at a stage and a point in life to where, okay, you can pull the trigger, you can make a move. And making that move, the grace of the Most High that gave you the increase is with you. So that when you show up there, you have standards. You're concerned about your principles of right, wrong behavior, and the goodness or badness of your character. You're concerned about that before this guy. That way you're not feeling like, oh, this guy made me, or you're trying to make me. Oh, you're already taught of the Lord because you have an interest of the Most High. See? Verse 7, 1 Corinthians 3 and 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. If we're, as a man, trying to do the planting, the watering, and watch it grow to some type of increase, that's a recipe for failure, because that's man. That's not the scriptures. That's not the scriptures. The Most High's got to give the increase in situations to where someone has to learn. Okay, so let's lose all of this and go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 26. Oh, before we get that, go to the book of Job. Job chapter 39. Job chapter 39 and verse 13. Here it's going to refer to a woman, but it's using similitudes of some fowls, some birds. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forget it that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. That's the habit of an ostrich. That's the habit of a woman that's unlearned. A woman that's unlearned will do things that are damaging to her character, her moral, even her children, like an ostrich. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. So a woman like this, the Most High is going to say it. I'll let it say it. It says, her labor is in vain without fear, because God have deprived her. So one woman, God gave grace. Another one is deprived. You see, why is she deprived? Because she has no concern. She's not concerned about principles of what's right and what's wrong. She's not concerned about the goodness or badness of human character. A woman is a human character. A woman's not supposed to do this. A woman is not supposed to do that. A woman is not supposed to do that. Vengeful, vindictive, retaliatory, rendering, grudging. A woman is many things a woman is not supposed to do. If you are like that, God is going to deprive you every day. He is not going to, what does it say? Let me finish it. 39 and 17, because God have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. God didn't give the grace to this woman here. It starts with the Most High. You want to be virtuous? It starts with the Most High. You want to be virtuous? It starts with being concerned about your character. It starts with being concerned about principles about right, wrong, the countenance on your face, your body language, words that you use, behavior, how you deal at home. And if you don't have a home to deal with, you still got brothers and sisters, other people that's supposed to think highly of you. You're supposed to have a concern about that. If you're concerned about that, God gonna feed it. He's gonna feed it. He's gonna feed it, man. He's gonna help you out. But if you're not helping yourself, he's not gonna pour into you. He's not gonna pour into you if you're not helping yourself. You'll literally be destroying yourself and not even knowing it because of your strength. Everybody start off young. Nobody comes into the age 40 years old. They could come into the earth like the Terminator fell to the earth. The children in the junk are like, welcome. you don't enter life into that. Go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 8 in the Bible. Man. Sisters, you don't feel attacked, do you? Okay. It's just not in a smear campaign or it's not an attack. Just going through the scriptures because the objective I felt through the spirit while the Lord's like, hey, add this. All right. So Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not speedily executed. Everybody start off young. And you will be in full strength. You could be in full strength doing what you're doing. And because nothing dramatic happened to you, it does not mean that the Most High is not going to, let me softly, I feel like soft words. Have you given account? It says, therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him, but it shall not be well with the wicked. So be mindful as a woman. So let's lose this. Let's lose Job. Sirach 26:13. We get back to Proverbs. Sirach 26:13, it says, the grace of a wife delighted her husband. And her discretion will fatten his bones. Discretion, the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. So that's the other one in Titus 2. And no, it was at Titus 2. Teach it. Yes, Titus 2. Yeah, 2 about the older sisters teaching the younger sisters to be discreet, right? Don't be out telling everybody, what happened at home and stuff like that. You have a house for that, and you have an advisor, you have a counselor, you have somebody that should be showing you how to handle certain situations. So you be discreet. Everybody know that y'all was slap boxing. No, it's a humor. You're not supposed to be brawling. Nobody hit anybody. That's this. Listen, but so that's the second part, revealing private information. But it's the first part. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense. So the way that what the Most High put in you, the Most High put that spirit in you. You want your husband to feel like that. Proverbs 31 gonna say that. You want him to feel like that. You got to get that right. So many sisters they want a man. They want a man. A man gonna straighten them out. Nah, a man ain't gonna straighten you out. I get it. You have brothers now regretted being married. You have sisters now regretted getting married. Because the person ain't straight. They wasn't straight. It was a good person to go to the show with, good person to go out to eat with, But when it came to trying to avoid offense, and they didn't care about countenance on their face. They didn't care about grudging. All of those things make a thing. You did have an incident, somebody's grudging. All right. Her discretion will fatten his bones. What does that mean? Fatten his bones. If it's literal, how does that look? He's healthy. Happy weight. He going through some stress. He looking sick. Losing all that weight. Wrong weight. Something wrong with you, sick. Got woman problems. You ain't eating, she ain't cooking. You ain't eating. Ain't happy. Mental stress, emotional stress. Don't know what to do. You at your wits' end. Why? She have no distraction. She has no discretion. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way to avoid causing offense can be a type of sister that's always offensive, always combative, always got something to say, always talking back, always rebelling. It's got to be your way. Can't have that type of spirit. That's a demon called Jezebel. Jezebel actually was the lady's name, but because of the demon that she gave place to, it's called Jezebel's spirit. Understand? But Jezebel was a person. And if you want to understand what Jezebel's spirit was like, then you have to read the scripture. She was controlling. She controlled her husband. She had prophets. Literally. You cannot, as a woman, you cannot have authority over a man. You cannot feel like things are not. Be single then. If things got to be right and things got to be your way, and you don't want things to be a man's way, you got to be single. You cannot claim Christ or claim the scriptures, usurping authority. And oftentimes, sisters might feel like, I had to say something. I had to do this. No, you didn't have to. You wanted to. You making a choice and you making a decision to feel some type of way. Because men naturally have leadership. Men naturally have leadership. And I know some sisters will run it in the ground and say every man don't have leadership. Well, in some cases, you're right. And if there's a man that has poor leadership or he has no leadership, what do you do in this type of situation? You still subject yourself unto the scriptures, and then you bear his infirmity and you have a conversation. That's right. You have a conversation. So, okay, well, let's have this conversation about what is it? About what's right and what's wrong. Yeah. Have a conversation about goodness and badness. You see? But what you don't do is you don't put on a man's disposition, telling him what to do, telling him how to do it, telling him when to do it. Now you're leading him. You cannot effeminize the man to where, it's a saying, right? Like when I would do a lot of like contracting at people's houses and stuff like that. And I would ask, how you want this? Oh, ask her, she's the boss. Oh. I had a relative, right? I was supposed to did some work for him, some gutter work and soffit work, fix all that stuff for him. He told me how much the insurance company gave him. I came down some. I said, okay, I'll come down from that and keep you a couple $100. I didn't do it. I brought him over next door. I said, you see all this? I did all this was crazy. He said, oh man, I know it. It's such and such. His wife, the boss. So she wanted some white boys to do it. They never showed up. His house still ain't done. I didn't want to stop doing what I'm doing to go work because I'm literally trying to finish. And because it's a lot of work and it's only 2 people, we have to stay at it because we're everything: the carpenter, the plumber, the electrician, the nailer, the purchaser, the planner, the this, the that, this and that, everything you can actually fucking think about. That's what's happening all over the place. So I did not want to stop and go do it, but I was willing to do it. I was just gonna let Carlise make the money. So that's why I was willing to do it. But I had no need for his money, and I had no interest in stopping working to go over there to do it. So it was literally for her. But women, sisters, you cannot be virtuous and you cannot claim virtuous. And it's so many things that can war against righteousness inside of you that you might not even really see it like that, especially if these things are habits and they've been habits for a very long time. It's just behavior. You're bossy. You're assertive. You're demanding. You're commanding. You can't be like that. So let's see. A man will naturally develop to be happy because of your discretion. Naturally, he'll be happy. Couples want to know how to make each other happy. He got up out the bed to come. He said, ooh, he talking. All right. But I'm gonna read this again, so pay attention, sisters. The grace, your grace, okay? The grace is what, how your relationship with the Most High. Remember how we talked about this a week ago, having a relationship with the Lord and stuff like that. So him teaching you and everything that he embedded in you as you coming on along, it's got to make the man happy. He says, and the discretion that you got. So who remembers? I know I'm looking at it, so I got the cheat sheet. Who remembers the discretion of a woman? Who remembers that? Bum, was you listening on the way?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
You finna expect that then.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute, you got your hand full now. It ain't came out. You know what to do. You gonna do a double take, or step back and look, see if she's doing it. Okay, give me the discretion.
You said behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You said her attitude, her words, how she speak.
Mm-hmm. Speaking in such a way. Go ahead.
Yeah. You said
2. James.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Yeah.
Basically how she
Now pick up where he left off at. Let me read it again. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense. That's right. I'm going to avoid causing offense. That will make him happy. It will fatten his bones. See, does a person get fat overnight? No. Over a time period, they begin, over time period, you can see them filling out. You can see them looking clean. No, was that you back there stretching? I'm like, You getting some discretion down there? Now you should. That's good. Okay. You. Shit, I got, over time. So that means that over time, this sister is doing her job. Over time, she is avoiding offense. If it's in you, why you gotta avoid something? If your character and your spirit is just naturally hidden, you sweetness all the time. You see? So it ain't like, oh, I'm trying not to offend you. That means you thinking evil. What is going on? If you trying not to do something, I mean, it's inside you. I get that you're trying not to, but let's make it not even a thought process that you got to duck and dodge from. Change the way that you think. Change the way that you feel. You see? And oftentimes, women will want a man to heal or do something to make them get into this space. This is not something that we can do. The one that planted is nothing. The one that watered is nothing. God get the increase. Grace comes from God. The ability to do all of these things, understanding, comes from the Most High. Because of you developing your relationship with him and your obedience to him. All right. Verse 14. A silent and loving woman. Scriptures teaching sisters to be silent. That's virtuous. When it says silent, instead of I'm going to say this and then clean it up so we can understand. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use the scriptures to explain. Silent. Hold this, go to Ecclesiastes chapter 32. And verse 7 and 8. And I'm trying to, this is an attempt to explain silence. And somebody, sisters, you might, well, push against it. Because if you have a bad habit of not being silent, of course you're going to push against it. TikTok dirty. Yeah, they dirty, man. It used to be hundreds of people on this live. They try to make you they try to make you pay for the algorithm. You want us to promote your thing, you give us $2.99 to $3.99. They dirty. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 32, verse 7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee." Yes, scarcely, but now ask twice. Yes, in the original state is talking to men. I'm trying to explain silence. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Here's my point, though. Be as one that knoweth and yet hold his tongue. So, trying to have two opinions or trying to insert your voice at every turn. I mean, if you're in a marriage, of course. Those you, like I said, those you that are not married, someday you're going to be married. Those you that are married, you got to open both ears up and eyes. It doesn't need two opinions. He is leading this situation. You can tell if you listen. You can tell. All you gotta do is listen. Oh, you have something to say. You want to go this way? Okay. No, I was thinking let's do it that way. Now, he's got to take the path of least resistance, and that is what? That's your way. You see how Satan just got right in the midst of that, and then it happens over and over and over, and then it'll get to the point to where if he's putting his foot down, he might put it down wrong. Meaning he's sick and tired of it, and he might end up saying something. Now, you're saying something on why he said something, and the reason why he says something is because he already know that he's been following your lead, and he's trying to take charge and trying to take lead and trying to put things in perspective, but he's not able to because you're forthcoming. Can't be like that. You got to be a silent type of woman. And if you don't want to be a silent woman, then don't be anybody's wife. Because this is what men look for, a silent type of woman. And then loving. So go back to Sirach 26. Sirach 26:14. And loving woman is a gift of the Lord. So a man wants a woman to love her responsibilities. A woman that loves her responsibilities, how does that look? It look like she's doing it she's doing it first nature. She's out in front of you. She's already doing it without being asked. You don't have to ask a woman to do, she's already doing it. She's there. You look out in front, bam, this is done, 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 this is done. That is showing that she loves what she does. A man shouldn't have to ask you to do what you naturally supposed to do as a woman. Take care of the house, take care of the children, take care of him, love him, speak to him, have good spirits, good character, things like that. Let's see. That comes from the Lord. So although we as men be looking for this present from God, the present is given, it's instilled into the woman. It's in the woman. And we benefit from the gifts that the Most High has put into the woman. So as a woman, all sisters should be trying to acquire these gifts. If you got them, all praises. If you fall short, work it out. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Then on top of that, all this has something to do with virtue. On top of that, what is a mind well instructed? Where the man can instruct you. He can lay out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you own it without being combative, without putting up a fight, without questioning why, or without rearranging it to how you want it to be. That's priceless. There's nothing worth that. This is virtue. This is virtue. Sisters, if you do this, if you're doing this, you're on point. All praises. A shamefaced it. What is a shamefaced it? You're hiding your face, not Miss Friendly. And faithful. You're faithful to your man. You're not everybody's woman. It's a double grace. That man feels blessed. But before he feels blessed, this woman has the grace times 2. This the Holy Spirit. This is virtue. A man will literally tell you what he wants. As a woman, you got to listen. You have to listen. If you're not listening, it's going to appear like God have not imparted understanding to you because you don't understand. Like, why you want it like this and why you want it like that? The man's like, this is how I like my woman. This is how I want things to be. You're controlling. In this day and age, it's to the point to where men cannot even control their woman because the woman wants to be in control of herself and be in a marriage. Continent. And her continent mind cannot be valued. Her continent mind, it says, exercising self-control. Exercising self-control. Now, then it says, comma, especially sexually. Now, I'm sure that may be somebody out there, but most men are not complaining about the sex part. They're complaining about self-control. So let's stick with that. Sisters, you have to be able to exercise self-control. That cannot be valued. You're not coming unglued. You're not losing it. You're not so angry, things like that. So you have to remember those things. You got to be able to exercise self-control. Okay? Let's lose this because no, I'm sorry. We'll keep going. It's a couple more. Virtue, verse 16. As the sun when it arises in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. What are certain things that sisters do when they order the house? They, first and foremost, children. They are attending to their children. They are helping the needs and necessities of the man, and then vice versa. They have good housekeeping skills and abilities. They're doing that. Whatever pertains, they're doing their part in the house under whatever agreement that they come up with. The man says he wants it like this, he wants it like that. They don't have an issue with that. They go forth, fulfill those needs as required. And it's not you do it when you get down ready. Oh, wow. Sorry for the language. How you preaching and you said that? But y'all said. But that's how women are. They're going to do it when they get ready to do it. I'm tired. My feet hurt. My back hurt. My head hurt. Everything hurts when it comes to now you got to do something to this house or around this house. You got to keep it in order. Something is always coming up with what men are asking sisters to do. But sisters want to be virtuous. You see the sacrifice as a woman that has to happen? It has to happen. You have to make this sacrifice in order to fit this criteria. We got a lot of healing to do. Because if you've been brawling and fighting and you don't want to do none of this. No, woman don't want to do this. You will get a woman, she like, I'm not doing nothing for him. I'm not doing nothing. Well, sisters that are not in that position and you going into a situation, hey, work this and your house gonna be blessed. Work this and your house gonna be blessed. You do the opposite and you are turning it down day by day. Day by day, it's gonna crash and it's gonna burn. Sooner or later, it's gonna fall. Ain't no tree that can bear the axe. The scriptures say it is hewed down. The axe is laid to the root. A lot of times it takes longer than others for certain things to fall, but it's on its way down. It's gonna fall. It ain't if, it's just a matter of time. Sisters, every sister should shoot for this tier of being virtuous. And you need to shoot for this tier of being virtuous without the stipulation of if this guy is going to act right. Virtuous gets you into the kingdom. It should not be contingencies. Well, if he does this, then I'm going to do that. Then you are render. It says, all it says is right here. You can't make it up. What scripture got twisted? As clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. The precept says common age. That means when a woman shows maturity through her actions, it's like the menorah lit up. Beautiful. As the golden pillars upon the sockets of silver, so is the fair feet with a constant heart. Keywords, constant. Your mind is consistent upon the stuff that you do. You look good doing it. So sisters, look with everything that you're doing. So you're taking all of this in and you taking all the stuff that you know that you're doing. Make sure that you look good doing it. Make sure that it's constant. Make sure that it can be reprimanded. When I say, let me say, I'm saying that right. No. I'm trying to use a word that means like to be commented in a positive way, not reproved, not that. So not reprimanded. Let me see. Now, I don't want you to be reproved.
Being admiration.
Oh no, not reprimand, because that's rebuke. Okay. Somebody help me out. Well, exhort. Go back to Proverbs 31. Commended. Commended. That's what I mean. That's what I want. Commended. Make sure it can be commended. Hey, it's a good job. Oh man, it's a good job. I like that. It's a good job. That means you guys are working together. You guys are complimenting each other. And those of you that ain't got there yet, you sisters, it's gonna be commended. Proverbs chapter 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies. So rubies is something that's expensive. If you would compare it, it's like, wow, it's expensive. The heart of her husband, do it safely, trust in her. Replicable. Let's see. Replicable. Okay, that's a good too. Replicable. Commendable is what I want as well. That's what I was meaning. Commendable and also replicable, having a good reputation. So you want your husband to trust you. The heart of her husband, do it safely, trust in her. Trust is something that's earned. Trust is something that you make a person feel. All right. So this is marriage. Let's not think about trust as far as infidelity. What else can he trust in?
Her good decision.
Her good decisions, that she's going to do what he wants her to do. Right. That she's going to be submissive. All right. So that he shall have no need of what? Spoil. Well, everybody likes spoil. Spoils are items, things that we go out and get. But think about this very closely. Sisters, this is for you. If you think about this very closely, if you're so good, you're so good to him, he don't have need of spoil. So brothers, the spoils is stuff that we will go out and we will buy. The question is, she's so good that it makes him not want to what? Not want to what?
Receive gifts.
Receive gifts? Okay.
Not desire nothing else.
Not desire nothing else?
Because he's being spoiled in his precept, right?
Well, not one or what? One more. Right, a novel. Woman, so good to you. I gave us one hint. You know, the spoil. The word spoiled, it represents all the items that's outside, all that stuff out there. She's so good. She makes you what? Go ahead, bud.
Not want to leave.
That's right, brother. She makes you want. She makes you want to stay home. Yeah, she don't care about. He don't care about that extra. Y'all get it? Some of y'all got it over here. She don't care about that. He don't care about that extra work. I'm in the crib. Right, and you know what? It don't even have to be a sexual thing. It could just be a companionship. It could just be it could be her grace that the Most High gave to her, that they work well. This is what you build for. This is the person as a woman that you transform yourself into. And your husband, he ain't working himself day and night and day and every hour of the day. And when you see him, it's bedtime. You feed him and whoa, put him to bed. Whoop, yeah, in there sleep. You wake up, shit, he gone again. Nah, he ain't worried about none of all that. All right. She will do him good. And not evil all the days of her life. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. What's evil to a man? Fighting, talking back, being disrespectful, rebelling, argumentative, debative, etc. Right? As a woman, don't do that. Do him good. We talked about all of these different definitions, okay? Have those morals. I thought that was beautiful. the standards, the morals, the goodness, the badness, being able to want the goodness and all of that stuff. That's doing the guy good. All right? That's virtuous. You cannot be cutting up and clowning on him, talking about you virtuous. Nah, you're not virtuous. You cut up and clown. Now, she seeketh wool, flax. Flax is a food source. A blue flowered herbaceous plant that is cultivated for its seed and for textile fiber made from its stalks. Yeah, it's a food source. Flax is used for its nutritious seeds, food supplements, and animal feed, blah, blah, blah. It says linen, rope, paper, industrial uses like plants and linoleum, providing omega-3s and fiber for health, durable fabric for textiles, and the oils for finishes. So I guess you can use the seed from it, and you can use the body of it for linen, rope, stuff like that. All right. It's got oils in it and stuff like that. So, still sisters. You see, sisters seek things out. She work it willingly with her hands. In other words, hard working. And I know a lot of people don't like to use those words, hard working. But in this environment, we have to work. And here's a woman that don't mind working. Yeah, willingly. And you don't have to ask her to get a job. You don't have to ask her to help you out or help out, not so much as you, but help out the situation that you guys are in. You don't have to ask her to help. This is willing. You have to become a team. That's virtue. That's virtuous. That's considered righteous. To become a team. She is like the merchant's ship. When you think about the merchant's ship, what's up with the merchant's ship? Think about those ships that are out there on the ocean.
They bring food, clothing from the forest, like foreign. It's like you can't. It's hard to get. Yeah, it's like hard to get. Expensive.
They bring a lot of stuff. Yes. And they bring a lot of stuff in. So she's like that. She bringing her food from afar. She go out and get the special things, unique things, not just the random, everyday, same day, stuff. She's creative. If she has to go far to get it, then she don't mind. She knows, she has a plan. She knows, okay, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. She rises also while it is yet night. So she don't mind getting up at nighttime if she has to and giving meat to her household. If the time of the moment is evening or nighttime, then that's the time when she don't mind getting up without a problem. That's righteous to do without complaining. So when you think about all the stuff that we've been reading, You look at all these different situations that you might get put in. What about if you got a husband that was he was late teaching, and when he come home, if he didn't get nothing out, he come home and now he might want you to kind of put those slippers on and, you know, pony up something. You have to be in good spirits and like, okay, well, it's your problem. How would a woman prepare for something like this? Think about this. See, this takes the discretion. How could she have prepared for something like this?
Cooking and keeping the crock pot.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
She cooking and keeping it in a crock pot. She makes sure it stays warm for you.
Okay, so that's one avenue. Anybody else? How could a woman prepare for a late night thing? She's got to get up and, you know, she knows he's out at camp. Let's just use, you know, I'm finna say use James, but he already, you know, we know Barisha put something in the crock pot. That's what he just said. Did she say it's in there? It's in the crock pot. Can you get it yourself? Or she laying down from the bed. It's in the crock pot, babe. She just clipped that part out. The part she rises also while it is yet night. You go in her scriptures, that part is clipped out. Like, wait a minute, it's a part of your Bible missing. In a situation like that, a sister might know that, okay, this guy is out late. She might take a nap. She might go ahead and lay it down. Already have a plan, like, okay, I'm gonna get him this, I'm gonna get him that. When he comes in, I'll just get up. Or, you know, have it made in the microwave or something, right? Then she gets up, you come in, she gets up. She's gonna do her civil. She's gonna do her duty. Say, okay, you want me to get it? She gets up and just gets it without asking, do you want me to get it? Knowing that you can get it. A lot of times I think that, you know, with compromising, we'll try to compromise. Yeah, you want me to get it? You know, it's in the microwave. Go ahead and get it and warm it up. But this says she rise it up. So this is not being mean-spirited to expect you to get up on your own to do it. This is just the spirit that you're working. Everything that you do according to this, you're working on the behalf of the Most High, and the Most High is looking down upon your actions to say and see, like, okay, I'm going to bless you for that. Okay, so the Most High is going, if a woman is going through these things for his sake, he's going to bless her with more grace, with more spirit, with more understanding. And then when she look and pray for certain things and she desire for herself, he's going to give her that plus even more, because she's doing this without incident. See, without, do you want me to do it? But she understands, let me do this, because she also is going to be commended. Okay, and then the sister said, it's gone. Reputable. All right, almost. Hang in there. So she provide meat to the house and portions to her maidens. She considered a field and buyed it. She's got money. from being righteous, look how the Lord blessed her. She bought property. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. Having a vineyard on the field, what did she turn it into? A business. That's right, a business. All these blessings, now this is the end. This blessing, I say the end, meaning she's the fruit of her labors. The Most High is blessing her now. Why? You know, all that stuff that sounded hard to do. I gotta submit to him. I got to you know, all them definitions I was looking up. Yeah, you gotta be silent. You gotta I gotta discern good and bad. Nigga, what? You gotta discern good and bad. What the fuck? What is this? Nigga, you discern good and bad. I mean, yeah. Character. Character. What is this? What the fuck is character? What is you saying? Shaq like don't even know what he's saying. What is you saying? he went pull his hair out. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I just can't take this no more. You don't got no sense. Oh my God. Oh. She'll never see this, a business. See, but the point is, all of that stuff that she did, remember we went to Sirach 26 and the grace and you know, she was so good to him, he got fat. She was so nice to him, he didn't want to go nowhere. He didn't need to work all them hours. He was just there, but you know, he was booed up with you and all that stuff. Y'all was good. The Most High saw fit to bless you, to show you that you're not keeping the commandments in vain. As a woman, if you do these things, you ain't doing that in vain, because not only are you doing these things, you're learning to teach other women how to love their husbands, guys. You see? So when it comes now to where it's time for you to tell another sister, she's going through something, you're like, no, that's not how you do it. We as a woman, we do it like this, and we do it like that, and you do it like this, and a woman's supposed to do it like that, because this is what you do as a person. Why wouldn't the Most High bless you with a business? The Lord wants you to know that he's good. So he's going to be helping you along the way with life and things that you didn't even ask for. Your priority is his word, his ways. She girded her loins with strength. Verse 17, she strengthened her arms. She's healthy. She girded her loins with strength. She strengthened her arms. She's healthy to do the job, to take care of the business. She's physically able to take care of and do it, Valencia. She perceived that her merchandise is good. So she's got to be healthy enough to work that business. She can't be slothful. She's fervent in it. She got herself together because she's got a job to do. She know that the stuff is good. Her candle going not out by night. That ain't in the field. That's at her house. What is she doing with that candle? In the scriptures. And also, you ever had, what's that, red roof? We leave the light on. You know, we leave the light on. So with the light being on, that's an invitation. If somebody's lights are off, you don't go knocking on their door. If somebody's light is on, then okay, I saw the light on. That means you're up, right? What is this woman doing? She's there to help other sisters. Look what she's grown to. She ain't gonna do nothing but tell him to do everything that she do. She has the blueprint. She led her hand to the spindle, and her hands hold the staff. She's able to make clothes. She stretched out her hand to the poor, so she's helping other people, those that are less fortunate, because the Lord gave her understanding. The Most High gave her double grace. She has the solution to a lot of issues and problems in life. Let's say she didn't learn the hard way. So pay attention to this. Let's say she didn't learn the hard way. She just learned the way. And learning and going the way, she had success. And the success led her to all the, what do you call it? The blessings of the Most High. See, some people learn the hard way, and then some people learn the way. Both ways they learn. It's like a parent telling you what to do. And you know that they're going to do it regardless if they do it willingly or if they do it kicking and screaming, stinging. Let's say that this woman learned the way. Yeah, she reached forth her hands to the needy. She's observant to help people. That's what it is to be needy. She's observant to help people. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. So even though it's, bad weather, she still got a job to do. She wasn't afraid. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. So she's a dresser. She knows how to dress well. So all of these things, the Most High bless a woman that's after his ways. Her husband is known in the gates. When he sitteth among the elders of the land. So if her husband is sitting among elders, he himself may be. These two people are right and good for one another. The opposite of this right here, go back to Ecclesiastes. I ain't want a part 2, so that's why I'm finishing, guys. Ecclesiastes chapter, let's see, 25 is 25 to 26. The opposite of this. $25 and $17. It says, the wickedness of a woman. So that behavior, right? It changed her face. So she's not concerned about her character and how she looks or the spirit that she get placed to. It says, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth, like a dirty rag. That's what sackcloth is. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors. So this is a complete opposite scenario. And when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. I don't want to blame the opposite on just one person, whether it be the brother. The brother calls me to be like this. Sisters feel like this, and then vice versa. But all of this is a choice. You can any day, you can just stop the foolishness. Any day, any sister can stop the foolishness and just deal right and be the Proverbs 31 woman the Bible talks about. Not Proverbs chapter 32, but chapter 31. Chapter 32 is Jezebel. Not that. Somebody out there say, you had me until you said that. Let's go back. Proverbs chapter 31. Y'all know I play sometimes. Don't take it personal. So not only do she got the field, look at this, verse 24, she maketh fine linen. So Corin, do you understand that I am telling sisters this because with them applying the scriptures and shooting for the tier of being a virtuous woman, that the Most High will bless them with everything that they want and things that they didn't even ask for. Businesses, her another business. So when you become a husband, you should look for the qualities of the scriptures. You'll be able to see it. You got to look for it. You'll be able to see it, right? Okay. You like barbecue?
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. Don't just go for the barbecue shit. Both of y'all like barbecue, and you licking your fingers. You like, I'm good, you good, we good. And you got it. Not the barbecue. Don't let the barbecue fool you, brother. She maketh herself coverings. That was wrong verse. Verse 24, she maketh fine linen and selleth it. That's another business. So this woman got income. Why is she able to provide this income, Bo? She made herself virtuous. That's right. She went through the steps. She made herself virtuous. She worked hard. And I love that definition about being concerned. Man, you get concerned about your character, morals, goodness and badness. And delivered girdles unto the merchant. Wait a second. So she's delivering girdles unto the merchant. What is she doing? Yarel? She's delivering girdles unto the merchant. Shipping them off. James, he see it. Trading. Now, this is huge, man. Okay. Let's just say this is your wife, Barisha. You're home listening. Okay. Barisha made girdles, right? And she's delivering them to Walmart. Is that huge?
Yeah.
That's huge. That means she's got what going on with Walmart?
Contract.
She's got a contract. She's supplying. You know how many Walmarts in the world, brother? Huh? You know how many people gonna look at her? Not only that, but she gonna step up. She gonna step up in here with all them clothes that she be making. She's gonna be pulling up in a chariot that she can afford to pay for. That's a different ball game. You are delivering to the people that sell. You a supplier. That's this. You just read it. She delivered to the merchant. The merchant is the person that retails. She's wholesaling. How did she get to be this blessed? Q? She got to be this blessed by like somebody taking those steps, by doing the work. You got to do this work. Okay. This ain't hard. But you can't do this for somebody else. You got to do this because the Most High is requiring this of you as a woman. It's got to be in your spirit. You're like, I gotta want to do this. You gotta want to. You're like, I want to do this. I'm concerned about how I say things, on how I live. I'm concerned. I'm cautious about my conversation. I'm concerned about how I make this guy feel. And then those of you that don't have somebody, you be concerned. You practice on your sisters, on your brothers. You practice on your children. You practice. And one day game day gonna come. And he gonna say, hey, Shalom, sister. How you doing? I know that was all crumpy, but I tried to go to the voice. Hey, you just gonna say Shalom. Hey, boy, y'all got, you know, and you already been in your character and all that stuff since you've been practicing. Everything gonna be right on time. What am I doing? I'm trying not to leave anybody behind in this. But please, single sisters, don't wait to the day that somebody find interest and you find interest to, I'm thinking that you're gonna call the spirit and all this stuff. You're just gonna start downloading. You're like, I got it. I know. No, you gotta rehearse these things now. It's gotta be in you now. Strength and honor are her clothing. She's strong and she's honorable. She honored the commandments. She honored what's right. She shall rejoice in time to come. Wait a second. What is this saying? She's going to rejoice in time to come. What is this saying? More blessings? Because she already sounds like she blessed already. She got all this going on and she's still going to rejoice more. The cup going to overflow. It's going to be so much that it can't even receive. She going to bring forth the old because of the new. That's the scriptures that we believe in. And this happens because of the choice and the decision that you as a woman made. She openeth her mouth with wisdom. When she talk, experience on how to do it. She's speaking as a woman, not as a man. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. What is the law of kindness? To herself, she knows that she's got to be kind. To herself, she knows she's got to be right. That's the law that she has made for herself. She looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. So her house is together. She's not doing nothing. She's doing something always, keeping it together, not making excuses on why it's upside down, right side left, left side on the right side, and undone. No, she don't do that. Idle is when you standing still doing nothing. She don't do that. She's always on top of her house. Her children rise up. They see her and they say, you know what? Mama, you blessed. That's right. Who blessed her? Who blessed Mama? The Most High. Boy, the Lord sure do love you. He sure do take care of you because they see her actions and all the things that the Most High has done for her.